Hey, what is going on? In this video, I'm going to share with you, you can create an ad studio with Claude Code to be able to create viral ad creatives in just under 30 minutes. Here we go. Let's get into it. The only three things that you need are Claude Code, AdIntel, and GPT Image 2 using Up Fal.ai, which I'll share with you. You don't even really need AdIntel, but I use this for competitor tracking. Let's get into it. All right, so I'm assuming that you already have Claude Code. First thing you're going to get is go into Up Fal.ai, where this is going to be your image generator or even video. They have a bunch of stuff on here. This is how you're going to be able to use GPT Image 2. And then all you have to do here is press Get an API Key. And what you're going to do is then go into your Claude Code and just paste that in and say, hey, this is my Up Fal API key. Could you put it in my env.env? Second thing you're going to do is go into AdIntel to be able to get your API key here. And again, this is to be able to spot competitor analysis on ads. One quick tip is that we'll always go in, and this is the API documentation. And if you copy paste this and bring it into your Claude Code, I always like pasting it in and being like, hey, can you understand this API documentation for future use? Just so that then you and Claude, and then you can also do this with Fal as well, so that you guys are always on the same page and it has the context to be able to get the right answers and necessary things to be able to ask. When you ask it for what you want, it's going to get you those things. So if you read it, it says, hey, I already know this API well because I did this, but it's going to read the document. It knows, lists out everything is possible with Claude Code. So it's like, hey, I want to know when the last time they posted an ad was. You'd be able to get that information. Great for outbound. All right, so let's say that you just put in the API documentation for all of them. Now that you have a site, let's say ATL, right? I want to know if they're running ads. I want to start creating some static ads for them. Let's copy that URL, and we're going to bring it into Claude Code here, and I'm just going to say something really quick. Hey, I'm looking to make some static ads for APL. Could you take a look at their domain, put it through AdIntel, and then give me 4 different new static ads with the Fal API, and make sure to use formats that they aren't currently using right now. And so what's happening behind the scenes here is we're using AdIntel to pull their live ads. And if they are, then great. We're going to download all of the creatives. We're going to map out the formats that they run, which I'm going to explain in a second. And then we're going to find format gaps. But also you can find if you're trying to do outreach to these companies, like when they're running the ads, how long they're running it for, etc. And of course, if you are just running it for your own brand, you don't need to do this unless you wanted to. The way that you could do this is, hey, I want to figure out what formats am I missing from my own creative. You could easily adapt this workflow. And then we are going to find the format gap and generate the missing formats. So what I mean by formats is that there are a bunch of different static ad formats that you could be running. They're all bucketed into these different types of templates. So copy-led, proof-led, data, product, comparison, like us versus them, before and after, negative marketing, bold statement, flavor story. Like if we go back to this video, we have all like the different formats, the before and after, and all of these different, this is the bold headline, bold statement, compact, and then the hero, and then all of these. So call out, editorial. So Claude is identifying the gaps that you have in your creative to then be able to create new variations so that you can continuously iterate and test on new formats to see winners and scale those. So just to give you some idea on cost is that you can get 100 static ads that look really good for about $6. This is on medium quality. If you wanted, I recommend going to high quality, and it's actually going to make it a bit more expensive, where this would suddenly turn into $20. But again, to be able to test at that level, not a big deal. Yeah, so actually I have a slide right here. Putting on high quality is at $21.90. All right, so the APL static ads just got finished, and I have it automatically create a Google Drive for you, or for me, and this is what you get. And the biggest thing here, like this could be better, but the biggest thing here is to making sure that you have the right skills in place so that you can be able to have better copy, and making sure that the positioning and the story that you're telling is right. So there's a lot of skill involved beyond just creating the copy. And that is one important thing to know. Anyways, hope that was helpful. Everything is going to be in the description for you that you can just download to be able to use this for yourself. And you can get this up and running in under 30 minutes, honestly under 15. So hope you have a great rest of your day, and cheers.